Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Scheduled Conflicts.
Dragon friends, dragon friends.
Whoa.
Boy, howdy. Hope
We're
y'all
friends
doing
with
well.
dragons.
Yeah. Y'all remember what happened last time?
Dragon friends.
Dragons.
Horse got eaten.
Our heroes headed
It's
west.
been 0 days since our horse got eaten.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Losing a horse doesn't tell people where we are in the story at this point.
Well,
No, that's
headed.
true.
It's happened
I mean,
multiple times now.
we headed west. We got in trouble. We found some people that turned out to be dragon friends.
Oh shit, Monster King's got a point. We're only 38 episodes away from a nice number.
Ah, dang.
We're almost halfway there.
We are, true.
It's like half of a nice.
And we're
Mhm.
almost there.
A bunch of dorks. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, we are a bunch of whale peanut. I'm gonna shut up now.
You have decided to travel west.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
to
And-
find our friend's wife
After a
and our...
brief encounter with some fey-touched man-eating plants, you
Some Audreys.
happened across a separate adventuring party. A group of 3 Dragonborns. They have divulged you their intentions of traveling to Alaiis to uncover the lore of the lands, as well as learn more about the entertainment aspects of the bardic colleges there. It was on one faithful morning that a commotion broke out, where you discovered a large copper dragon dragging the carcass of a boar into camp for breakfast. It's quick time you realized that this dragon was in fact Belroth, monk that has been occupying this party. As he
Wow.
immediately switches back from this dragon form to a dragonborn form, and sort of just like hangs his head in like embarrassment.
Wow, that is a pretty cool trick.
Do you do parties?
Only on Sundays.
It doesn't phase you all even in the slightest?
No.
Honestly, that's probably the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen so far.
Agreed.
Believe you me,
I
if
will
we
admit,
started
it's
doing
nice.
believe you me, if we started doing parties, doing that, people would run away screaming.
Oh, I'd imagine.
It's nice to see a new creature not have it immediately attack us. First time I've seen a dragon. Nice to meet you.
I mean, we've seen weirder things.
True.
Have we?
And-
No, that's fair.
And birthday parties where I come from are strange.
Oh, I'd imagine.
Right?
That is a good question. I don't think I've ever had a birthday party.
Dwarves have the best birthday parties.
Hmm.
Yeah, and pirate dwarves get a little rowdy.
Fair.
So, do you need help skinning the bull? Because I can definitely help with that.
By all means. Sorry to have
Yeah,
woken
Sweet.
you up so early, but you did get breakfast.
I will check on the horse and the wagon. It's
As
just-
is
just like-
evident by Alafi's posture, Alafi is going to very quickly lay down and continue napping.
Fair enough.
I was
Just will
going to
be-
take the...
If it wasn't said before, y'all have gotten your long rest.
Yay!
Jas is just gonna feed the horse and get things ready if need be, because he doesn't need to eat. So he's like, well, I don't want to get in the way of whatever that is. And then,
Fair
like,
enough. Aside from the rumbling and the commotion, the remaining horse you have still seems pretty docile and calm.
mhm.
What would I need to roll to try and like save the skin of the boar?
This will be a survival check.
Okay, I'm gonna see
If
I
you
can
want
maybe...
help, Alafi's really good at that ever since this into long rest specifically.
Mhm.
I
Surprise.
don't know.
Luffy!
I don't know. I suddenly just got this nap, and suddenly I can just carve a boar flawlessly.
Yeah.
Luffy,
Weird.
can you help me skin the boar?
I was napping. Okay.
Sorry,
That's
but
like
this
he's
boar
skilled at
has-
everything now.
Listen, this boar has
Yes.
left its mortal coil, so it needs to be put to better use.
Ah, yes, the best thing to do first thing in the morning. Take a nap.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, works
Well,
for me.
You did wake up. You did wake us up.
And for that, we apologize.
I know I'm done.
All right.
Alright, make the roll.
So, survival?
Survival with Alafi's help makes it advantage.
Okay. Eh. 16.
Alright,
Not
that's
bad.
16. Like your local butcher shop, you tenderly carve the skin away from the muscle. Are able to delicately just trim it all apart.
It's like that skinning process in Red Dead Redemption.
Yep.
Nice. Alright. Sweet. Now we can use this for whatever the fuck. Maybe a blanket or something.
Bloody
Look at that,
blanket
so
right
it-
now, but no.
Maybe we
You
could
can
sell it.
wash it off, dry it. It can make some nice armor.
Yeah, maybe.
Ichi begins the
Hold
process
on.
of just like carving the meat and staking it next to the fire.
Though I'm not much of a tanner myself.
Hmm. Valroth, was there a stream anywhere nearby?
I believe there was just one down the hill.
Right. Right. I'm gonna go wash this off.
Best of luck.
Here, wash it. Holler if you need me. And while I've gone to do that, I'm gonna be taking a bit of the blood, and once I'm over at the stream, just
I'm just imagining like Pain hunched over this boar skin, just like.
listen, he's had nothing but donkey freaking blood for a while now. He needs something else.
Taste of something different. How nice.
Like you know how they like stereotype like fanboys like taking a big whiff of like a Crush's like shirt or something.
Oh yeah.
That's you in blood right now.
Yes.
Oh boy.
But then once that's done, he washes it off and cleans himself
Elafi
up.
was coming down to help you with this, and whether it's the morning and you just missed him, but Elafi wants you just to lick this boar skin. It's like,
Oh, he's all the way
Yep.
down he's all the way down by the river. You can't see it.
Elafi was coming to help you with the boar skin specifically.
Oh well.
I mean, Alafi's the most perceptive man ever, too.
True.
So you need any
True.
help with? You need any help with?
I'm good.
Ah,
Thanks.
we had
Thanks.
different ideas of what we were going to do with that. Never mind, you.
No. This is just for me. All right. But the rest, absolutely. Don't fucking judge me, okay? I've had nothing to have but fucking.
It's just for me, man. It's just for me.
This is
But-
just for me. This is just for me.
Had nothing to have but what? Elafi still doesn't understand what you did with your flask, by the way.
He-
There was a moment where Elafi wasn't paying attention with that stuff, right?
Elafi, you do realize that the flask that I have is full of one type of blood, right?
Yeah, it all
That's-
tastes different to you?
Yes.
Interesting. Cool.
It's like the same thing with different kinds of meat, you know?
Yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense thinking about it.
Oh. I can
How
smell
many
the
more
bacon.
days of stuff does Elafi have? I probably have like 23
20.
I was
days.
about to ask.
Because we've been traveling for a
About-
day and we spent like 4 days in town, yes? So I would have about 25 days of juice left, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're under the presumption right now you're about halfway to the next town, so you're about 6 days into your travel.
Oh, 6 days into travel. Fantastic. I have about 20 days left of the Elafi No Go Crazy juice. Perfect.
Sounds about
Yeah,
right.
Laffy, no go crazy juice.
You're welcome. I make perfect sense. Don't judge me.
So, how are you holding up with the, medication, shall we say?
It's here. It's really good.
Yeah.
I don't think about eating people, which is obviously good.
I mean, yeah,
Do you ever think about eating people?
sometimes.
Hmm.
Horror sneezes.
Look, it's a different kind of hunger.
Hmm.
Horror sneezes again.
Just eyes at you. You have a cold, Tora.
It's just, I think it's the woods. It's just getting to me a little bit.
That makes-
Do you have allergies, maybe?
Lots of pollen in the air.
Yeah, it's weird. Man.
In any case, I mean, it's like I said, it's a different kind of beast to deal with.
I wonder if when I turn, assuming it happens again, hopefully it doesn't, but I mean, we're away from where I can get the juice. Maybe that flask could help me out. We'll see.
Not. It could definitely quench the bloodthirst, but I doubt it would be able to resupply any of the medicine.
Oh no, exactly. Help quench the bloodthirst. Just
Yeah.
a thought for future. That's all. I'm planning.
So here's what I'm thinking, just out of sheer courtesy for the folks that we're going to be tagging along with. Maybe we should let them know about your condition, just in case.
We're good for now. No reason to scare them off. We just met them. Let them see that we're in fact decent people beyond not running at the sight of a dragon.
Fair enough.
And then tell them after another week. or
Oh
so.
yes. By the way, before we part ways, did you know that I was inflicted with lycanthropy? Yeah. Funny thing that. Something like that.
That's not at all how I would go about saying it, but sure.
That's the gist of it, anyway.
I'll tell them when I think it's a good time to tell them. Laffy's eyes are like, what? Just so surprised at how you put it.
It's your burden to bear. You tell them whenever you feel like it. But either way, just
Anyway, I'll take that now if you don't want it.
Yeah, sure.
You done?
If you can make it into
You done with
something,
it?
great.
I might just use it to patch up my clothes. He points to some of the other spots that have been, terribly singed from, I believe.
Maybe we could stand to get you some new clothes just entirely. Maybe instead of just patching things up there.
I've always patched up my clothes.
Yeah, but eventually you're gonna need to change.
Maybe. This'll do for now, though.
Sure. Whatever works.
And Alaiis will set about just prepping it, not as proper garments, but just as patchwork stuff.
I'll wash up and meet up with you later.
Whether you want me to make a survival check or not is entirely up to you.
To what? Patch things up?
Just prepping the boar skin to keep it for a while so I can keep using it as patchwork to keep my clothes looking nicer at least.
Soon you'll have nothing but patches.
Have you seen his clothes already?
Case in point.
They've only got more damage between the gunshots, the fire, the biting,
Trust me, I know exactly what it is like to fix up your clothing. I keep getting hit by cannon fire, or I explode when fire, or lots of other wounds.
You got would the water be fresh enough to drink?
Give me a nature check.
Alright. Nature.
Oh, please let it be. Please let it be like LSD then. Please let it be LSD.
That'd be very funny. 9.
I mean,
9. Avoiding the still ponds is probably best. You try to catch the flowing water that you can tell is probably less contaminated, but it's a fresh water source.
Okay. Just gonna drink a little bit of it, wash my face, and then meet up with the group. You just move in here.
So,
that's gonna
yes,
run
it
real quick.
seems the proverbial cat is out of the bag.
I mean, to be fair, it's not the worst that we've seen.
Yeah.
Evidently so, or else you'd probably be running away scared.
We've seen zombies and we've fought worse. Trust us, this is nothing.
Mhm.
I mean, I've never seen a dragon, but I don't think there's any reason to be afraid.
Well, aside from the ancient dragons, those who continue the lineage down the bloodline all have the potential to become dragons themselves. It is something we must learn before taking our pilgrimages.
So are you all dragons?
More or less, yes. We all have the potential to be dragons.
But not all of you can turn into dragons completely.
No.
Interesting.
It is a very painstaking process. And it is by choice most time.
It
Okay,
sounds
it's pretty fucking
it sounds pretty hard, but it seems like a worthwhile endeavor if you're into that kind of jazz.
It is back in Everspire, it is a for lack of better words, a pillar of honor to be able to ascend to such a status. A lot of Dragonborns strive to be dragons, much like their forefathers before them, to continue the lineage and glory of dragons. Some folks have forgotten what that means nowadays and are content with their bipedal forms.
Does this mean we should be bowing down to your friend here for being able to?
Only if you want to. I don't think any of us care. You just see Valroth sort of like shrug his shoulders.
That's an answer I was hoping to hear.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, the whole thing is pretty fucking cool.
Well, I say 2 legs or 4 legs, you're still pretty cool by my means.
Oh, shucks.
I mean, besides fighting a big boar, I guess it would be pretty cool.
Can
Like
you
to
imagine
fly
what something like that could do against, like, I don't know, a massive fey creature? That'd be... Fuck, that's so cool.
Yeah,
would
we
want to
try
do
to live
that.
up to the examples of when they used to fight in the Great Wars. Dragons and gods and giants clashing together. A display of power that changed the very fabrics of the earth.
I just pay to see that, just, you know, just to watch.
Well,
There's
I am
only
glad
2 that
there
have
is
ever
no-
lived through the entire ordeal.
Ooh.
Mhm.
You could consider them gods in their own right.
I feel like that's more by title alone, then.
Well, those makes most of us.
It's funny. It's definitely funny. Not that any of us are titled individuals.
Speak for yourself.
It's the joke, Drana.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, all of you do seem to have titles. Neat. Just like thinks about it for a moment.
Oh, we're sharing titles now?
I
Alright.
didn't know you were so entitled, everybody. Ha 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 ha.
So, hang on, Joust, I want you to get real close to the fire. Yeah, just keep looking, keep looking.
My
looking,
face is
pushing.
partially inside it. Like it's like.
Yeah, keep going further into the ashes. There we go. There we go.
I do not seem to see anything, Paige. It's like
Oh, don't do that. We're gonna have to buy him a new wig.
think it
Isn't
might
this
himself
weak magic?
anyway.
It doesn't seem to be taking any damage from that fire at all, actually.
No,
actually concerning.
it seems pretty insulated.
It is mostly asbestos now.
Magical asbestos.
Magical asbestos. Yeah.
Magical asbestos. Woo. Scheduled conflicts. Amazing.
That's right, everyone. Breathe in that magical asbestos. Now I'd like to see a shirt that
No.
says
Scheduled
magical
Complex does
asbestos.
not
No.
endorse the inhalation of any asbestos products.
That is correct.
However,
God.
comma, we will put that on a shirt for the sake of a joke.
I'm not.
No,
Magical asbestos insulation removal.
please.
Right. Moving on. As Giles wipes his face a bit, he says, "I did not see anything in the fire pane. Perhaps I
Oh,
was
well,
not
that's a
looking
shame.
properly." Hmm.
Well, you know what? Better luck next time.
Yep. I will find whatever it is that I was supposed to be looking for.
You'll find it eventually, I'm sure. Anyway,
Well, have you all lived as long as you have?
I have no clue.
Luck, mostly.
Yeah.
We are astoundingly sturdy.
But now that we have made at least some breakfast and prepped the meat, should we all be ready to be off soon? I have already prepped the wagon and fed the horse. I gave him a double portion because there is only one horse now.
Don't overfeed him.
You see the horse is just like still like way too much food. Like, nom, 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 like,
It's
just chewing on it.
still eating. Yeah, exactly.
don't overfeed the horse just because we have extra.
Do we?
We still do need to figure out how we are going to at least pull the carriage. And by the
Yeah,
way,
I don't think there's enough space in the carriage to fit all of us now, so
Yeah, I think it'd
we
be
may
best.
be reduced to a walking pace if we wish to travel together. But it's much safer to travel together, so it's easily worth it.
Yeah.
also
As much as I am rushed.
No, I
Also-
got it.
also,
Oh, I
how
don't
have
want
the
to-
three of you been traveling?
I don't want to feel like we're slowing any of you down. I mean,
We can.
We've-
There will be portions of the day where we can make it work because there'll need
Yeah.
to be at least slightly less of us in the carriage.
we've been doing our best to hide our guise of our dragon form, so we've tended to stay on foot in most of the populated regions, but here there's really not much, so sometimes we fly.
I mean,
We.
I mean-
Offering?
It's exciting.
I mean, is it so bad to be in your dragon form all the time?
It can become addicting, yes.
Mm.
Well, I mean, as this dragonborn form, the people seem to mind that you travel like in this guise.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, okay.
it's the
I didn't
dragon
know.
form they got the problem with because they think, oh no, dragon attack.
I mean, what's wrong with dragons? They seem pretty cool. I've met 3 of them, and they're pretty top notch.
I mean, yeah, I've met 4, but not all.
Not
Dragons.
all dragons share the conclusions that we do.
Mhm.
In fact, most dragons are indeed bitter of travel and foreigners.
If so,
Are
are
you-
you offering to carry us, or are you just going to fly there yourselves? That way we can take our carriage.
Like I said, I don't want to feel like we're slowing you down by walking.
I don't think they need to be slowing us down, honestly.
Yeah,
and
we're-
quite frankly, it's safer if we're in a group.
Yeah, we're down
And
to
one
horse.
horse.
Yeah, one horse means we're not going to get very fast anyway.
We have short periods where we can go faster thanks to magic, but otherwise we're basically just walking at this point. Yeah, horse can only go so fast when it's pulling the carriage by itself.
Not want to be so.
Unless someone here can magic up a horse or something that can pull the cart.
We'll just
I don't
put
want to
this on the
waste-
table. We are not dragging a wagon as a dragon.
No, I
No.
assumed not.
I would.
No,
that
no,
would-
no, no, no dragons. Got it.
That would need to mean it to a friend that we just met. Now, Alaiis has turned into a horse on multiple occasions. That is fine.
Let's get us set up.
Are we turning you into a horse again?
It's
could-
faster this way. I'm willing to
could-
do the work.
I mean, it could be someone else's turn for a horse.
Oh, I would not mind being a horse. I would love to see what happens. I'm sorry, I think I flipped you. My bad.
Ooh, would you be like a metal horse, like a brass horse?
That is what I would like to know. He's like clapping his hands, like I want to see what this is like. Am I like a wind-up toy? That would be wonderful.
You know what?
The
You know what?
magic
I'll buy it.
turn him
Yeah,
into
sure.
just a regular horse, like a regular flesh horse.
Just like flesh horse.
Oh.
He has a like a inner monologue thing where it's like a My Little Pony version of him. He's like, yeah. Like, will I get my cutie mark?
I can only imagine the looks on the Dragonborn's faces as we're talking about this.
Yeah, I mean that is something I was wondering. I've seen Alafi and other people turn into animals, but what would I become?
Only one
Or
way
a-
to know.
It might just turn you into a flesh horse.
Hey, Tora,
Flash horse.
Yeah.
you hear in your head, I wonder what I would look like being a horse. just
Tora
in Drana's
immediately-
voice.
Tora immediately holds his head, very momentarily confused. Oh, that is weird. What was that? What?
See, Joust points a finger to him. I can also do that with message.
Yeah, but we know when you do that, but
Oh.
Jordan, what did you do?
Did you want to pick up that magic too?
Only he heard it.
I don't know.
Anyway.
No, everyone else just thinks I had an aneurysm or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is that we've
Alright,
seen magic like
alright.
this before, so we kind of just assume.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
All my players making
Well, either-
assumptions.
Either way, I mean,
Okay.
we should
Okay.
figure out what we need to do and do it. That's what I'm saying. We're burning daylight.
Right.
Let's. You saddled up. Get moving.
Okay.
We'll be moving quick. Olaf will turn to our Dragonborn friends. We'll be moving quick for about an hour. I'm not sure if an hour is enough time to stretch your wings or not, but it's good for you. It's good for us.
And we'll save the rest of the bowl for later.
I can have
All right,
second, right?
Joust, let's get you to the reins.
Oh boy. It's just like he's like a kid. He turns to the horse and he's like, "I will be like you, friend."
I'll be
The
grabbing
horse
some
is just
seconds
still
and
eating
just-
like no more food and like pulls the
And
food away.
I'll be driving, so.
I'm gonna turn to our Dragonborn friends and just be like,
Do you guys want to ride in the cart for a little bit?
We need to stretch our legs a little bit.
Alright. Wherever you want to ride, just say the word.
All right.
Bulb.
Torald.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited to see what happens here.
Tor's gonna draw his card, draw it down the center of Joust, and cast Polymorph.
All right. Oh, as the brass and metal shape begins to morph, you see this powdered wig just become this sort of feathered mane. Clothes on his back sort of like become the fur-lined skin. As all the pieces just begin to morph into horse.
Is he a metal horse?
He is a flesh horse.
I love that you abbreviated the name.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes, it was horse originally recognized service electronically.
Equestrian.
Equestrian, yes.
Yes.
Equestrian.
Okay.
Hospitality original relay service equine.
That's
And I'm like, and we
Okay.
snaw,
Ah,
we snaw.
Joust, it's like your real boy, but not.
We snaw.
I'm gonna scritch Joust behind the ears, just so he
Okay.
knows,
Don't
so he knows
forget
what it
that
feels
you
like.
have to breathe.
Tor, we have to keep him like this. Is
I
there
like
a way
it-
we can make this
I like to
permanent?
think for a moment Joust doesn't move and then he goes, or it's like, has to like does these
God.
weird labor breathing. Like, oh right, I have to breathe. Like, oh,
Oh,
geez.
What have we done?
I did not think this through.
The three dragonborns are
There's
just
so many
staring
body
in,
functions.
like,
What's gonna happen when he learns how to piss?
No. Well, we haven't given him anything to drink, so theoretically he shouldn't have to.
Okay, we got an hour. Let's hope.
No.
Fingers crossed. What? I'm
Ugh.
just scientifically curious.
You
Strictly.
curiousness is going to
I
be the
am
end of you.
scientifically disturbed.
Thank you.
Just whisper to Tora. I'm scientifically amused. I'm not gonna lie.
And with this disturbing transformation, the dragonborns take the rear of the wagon, and you all load up and set off.
It's that first few awkward steps of just like a bow-legged horse for a moment, then it's doing normal, like every now and then you hear a random
It doesn't help that you're now picking up a more trotting pace and have to breathe more frequently.
All right.
Like the
How
bro-
is
like
how is our real horse responding to this?
like the broken exhaust pipe of a Honda Accord.
I'm sure she's terrified.
the other horse is just looking like, man, you a fucking weird horse. That's what it says, like, what's wrong with this horse, man? That's what it says. Horse.
Give
What's
me
wrong
an
with that
insight check to inspect the other horse.
It's got
Inside
that
the horse.
permanent-
We get terror because of yesterday still.
It's got that permanent like
16.
scowl of disturbed
16.
look on it, like
It almost views this other horse as sickly. And like you could tell it's because it's like compensating for its broken breathing and it's like trying to like put more effort into its own trot.
yeah, it's trying to canter when it should be like, moving normally. Like, stop cantering, Joust. Like, oh, okay. Like, after I think a little bit halfway, it tries to like walk on two legs and doesn't know how that works. It's like going back and forth, like,
You can't walk on their legs.
stop, Joust.
I'm just gonna turn and whisper into Payne's ear. The real horse is pitying him.
You're killing me here. This is just too perfect.
So a painstaking hour passes by.
Oh my god. Ow, my head.
As you continue along the path until horse becomes Joust again. I'm gonna let you keep that horse there, Joust.
My god, if I knew polymorph could do so much for my humor, I would have been a wizard a long time ago.
Joust, yeah, Joust is like when he comes out, just walking on like his knees and hands. It's just like, wow, that was, I miss my clippy cloppers. And stands up, like, stands up. The house just like shakes its head, looking at him like, you a fucking weird horse, man. Like, that was weird.
Rehitch the horse and get up here.
Okay.
We need to keep moving.
Should I summon another animal?
Yep.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Whip's turn.
All right.
How many
Can't
times can you do that
possibly-
pulling off?
2 more.
Alright. Elafie's done after that, I'm sure.
I mean, I do not mind it. I enjoyed breathing every now and again.
We didn't. We would like
What?
you to never breathe again.
I,
That
Take that
quote,
out of context.
Oh boy.
as Joust turns and he goes like, well, let's go with an old favorite, and whips and as you see, rhinoceros.
No, you gotta roll me a d10.
I did. I rolled a 3.
Roll
and
a
I
3?
looked, it was rhinoceros.
Yeah, rhino 3.
Rhinoceros.
God damn.
Elephant, lion, rhinoceros.
Yes,
Rhinoceros! As I'm just like, Rambi, let's get you attached. And I'll attach
Hey,
the
Raphael.
rhino.
I ask again, how the hell have you all made it this far?
Listen,
You see all this we're doing?
Our plucky charm, mostly.
This is nothing how we behave in a fight. We are actually terrifyingly deadly when it comes to combat.
also, I usually yell at people and they feel bad.
You literally killed someone by yelling at them the one time.
He made me mad. It's just like it's on, and he'll take over the reins again with Tron. I'm like, all right, I got this.
And that's just an initiation ceremony.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
You know, you just diss one goblin and suddenly they just fall over dead.
Yep, that's
I'm
true.
gonna take a swig from my canteen just to try and calm down because like Payne is just he's trying so hard to regain his composure.
You're doing your best
That
to
was the
take
best
the edge
hour of
off.
his life. Yeah.
You got the shakes.
That was the best hour of my afterlife, I swear to God.
Your what?
You know what I mean.
And Luffy is just bursting out laughing at that.
Shut the fuck up.
So,
It took me a moment to realize what you said. It's clever.
so what was it like when I was a horse, Tron? He's like, I am curious to know. It felt so weird to breathe, to feel, to be alive.
Traumatizing.
Have you ever heard the
He
wailings
writes
of a
down Tron.
Have you ever heard the wailings of a dying lamb?
I have not, but I will do so to remember what that sounds like.
Yes, I would like you to remember that and never do it again.
Very well. I will learn not to breathe as horse. As he writes that down, try not to breathe as horse. Question mark?
No, not. It's try not to horse breathe.
Ah, yes. Try not to horse breathe. You will have to explain that to me, Trana. I do not understand what that means.
I don't want you to become a horse ever again.
But I love. As you see, he looks like sad. He's like, but I liked it. I had blood.
Okay. Tor.
Mhm.
I
Just
said,
like motion him, just like whisper in his ear, just like, please tell me you plan on doing that again for fun.
And Luffy's.
I mean-
You see at Luffy's brow furrow as well. Go ahead, continue.
I will have to disguise it as, intentionally trying to help.
Fine.
But we know what it's for.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, this is a Luffy leaning over to Payne's ear now. If you ever wanted to try new blood, shrug.
No.
Joust horse blood, eh? Like,
No.
Every session, I wonder if these are truly heroes in our midst.
We are the
Heroes
heroes
or
that the
idiots?
world
Hell yet
needs.
either.
We are the heroes that the world needs and deserves because clearly the world does not deserve better.
We're
Clearly
chaotic good.
clearly, horse breathing is the means you're a hero, man. If you horse breathe, real heroes horse breathe. All right,
I chose this group.
Yeah,
I chose this
Rambi.
group.
Yes.
And
This is
selecting
your fault.
everything.
yeah, Rambi, yeah.
While we're traveling this leg of the journey, Alafi would like to ask if they have any amusing stories of any of their previous adventures, given that they've been out and about. Trade a story for a story. Namely, we'll tell the story of the hilarious carnival where we got this whip that made this rhino appear out of nowhere.
Ah, I see you're getting into the bartering system of Alaiis already.
The stories I could tell you, I have a perfect recollection of all the stupid things we have done.
Well, they say in Alaiis every story is worth its weight in gold, so...
Then I will have more than one gold. It's just
Story for a story. You see the bard just contemplate for a while. Did you know that Falling Fire has a railway system?
No, it doesn't.
I didn't.
Yes, like a strangely powered multi-tiered caravan going across a long rail.
Sounds inconvenient.
Oh, quite the opposite. In the thousand-mile city, you need that to get around anywhere. Now, just so happened while we were traveling through, one of these railways became derailed.
Told you.
I mean, luckily we weren't on it at the time, but we definitely got a good eye shot of it.
So what happened?
Well, yeah, had to think very carefully about what we do. Falling Fire isn't quite kind to outsiders, especially dragons in their midst. But a little bit of gentle persuasion, we were able to distract guards enough to help rescue the railway.
Ooh, that's fun.
So there were people on it?
Yes, loads of people.
Indeed.
Question. What's a railway?
I think I would.
Like I
Joust would
explained,
know
it's sort of like a multi-tiered caravan, like the caravan we have right now, but with like multiple caravans attached to each other, all going along the same line.
I'm assuming Joust would know about that. Like, yes, the mechanical tramway.
Ilafi is specifically thinking of this and like it's just a ground level thing. I'm assuming that in Falling Fire it's like a over the street kind of deal.
Like a monorail, it is suspended in the air.
So Ilafi still seems confused, but he's going to ask no further questions.
Alapi, I could explain it to you, especially the systematic element and ticketing systems.
Well, Joust, that's all well and good, but maybe let the other bard tell his story first, and then you can have your turn, yeah?
Oh. I mean, it is interesting to speak of Fallen Fire. I have not heard of those things
Oh,
in
yeah,
many
yeah.
years.
Yeah, I know, but let the man tell his story first, and then we can venture off from there, yeah?
I'm just surprised is all. I'm fine. That's pretty cool. It's just thinks about it, nodding.
Well, I mean, there isn't much left to it. The monorail made a safe landing on the ground. Evacuated as many people as we could. The guards were distracted enough that they didn't even notice our dragon forms.
What even?
Although eyewitness testimonies now have us as strange. Well, and one of the Dragonborn speaks up. The dragons are wanted in Falling Fire.
For being helpful?
Or being dragons.
Precisely.
As Joust nods.
Falling Fire sounds like it sucks.
It does. Joust nods.
Keen sees the presence of dragons in his territory as a direct threat to his rule.
Yeah, well, King
I
can
guess-
fucking suck it.
Yeah, I guess we have one thing in common. Our dislike of King.
Oh, how the great seem to fall.
We are. Elaf is going to take a moment to just say, you know, for our group, pointing at like specifically our group, We never really had a conversation on what we actually think of the ruling powers here. I've made mine not so subtle, obviously. But I never bother asking you guys what you think of the gods.
Gods are overrated. Your heritage is what gives you power. These Dragonborn are proof of that.
Well, our heritage is made thanks directly to the god of our people.
True, but you three are basically descendants.
Whether directly or indirectly, our dragon are thanks to our great patron, Platinum Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yet was it not passed down from generation to generation? Through knowledge and power?
It was taken from us, but when we were proven worthy again, bestowed back to us once more, as punishment for the war.
Always interesting.
Well, I do not have any reservations about the gods, but as mechanical creations from the fallen Fire Kingdom, I am obligated to say that I am loyal to, of course, the Fire Nation and all subsidiaries of companies inside that nation. But besides that, I don't really care. As Josh shrugs, like, I guess I'm just built different.
Payne just like pinches the bridge of his nose and just furrows his brow.
Definitely.
The fucking war. I'm so sick and fucking tired of it. You hear it from both ends of the bridge. Oh, Keen is great and mighty, and blah blah blah, all that fucking bullshit, and even greater than Kong. I don't care about the fucking petty feud, I just want it to stop! And even then, Keen can go and fucking suck a dick for all I care. He's never been great. He's just always pretended that he was.
You can say the same about Gaia.
I mean, yeah, but you can speak from experience on your end when it comes to Gaia. I can speak from my experience when it comes to Keen.
Yep.
You have experience with Keen?
More or less. Look, the only thing I'll say is this. He wasn't there when I needed him most.
The gods never seem to be.
No,
At least
and,
not
you know,
ours.
that's-
Yours,
people-
pointing at the Dragonborn, seem a little more interactive and helpful.
Well,
Mhm.
hard times call for unity over all else. The gods were the victors of that great war, so they didn't have to reap the benefits of changing themselves. Say it embittered them,
Mm.
them apart. Now, I believe the trade was a story for a story. Any of your tales of woe and pressure and power.
At
Well-
first, I was gonna share how we got this whip, but that seems trivial in comparison to a.
I think you know what story you should tell then.
The one where we slew a giant.
After that, before the whip.
Before the whip. That. Oh, you want to just tell them the big one?
Might as well. They told us a pretty big one.
You go ahead then.
Well,
You see Altair leaning in just curiously.
we got to fight alongside the pirates of Alaiis to bestow a new queen.
Interesting. Pirate King has fallen.
Mhm.
I think we just passed by there a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. So, and a new pirate queen rules the area. Beautiful, but definitely not one to be trifled with.
You're giggling to yourself too much. It's too obvious.
You're not good at this, Drona.
You're right. I'm not.
I get the feeling someone is stroking their ego here.
Oh,
Just a
terribly
little
so.
bit. Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Anyway, we raised an army against the pirate king himself, and we managed to cause his downfall, along with his lieutenants.
Or at least one of them, we can confirm that. The other one, not so sure, but I'm so hoping that he's still alive so I can cut him to pieces.
Indeed.
Strange thing to look forward to.
Listen, he just leans over the side of the
Wagon.
cart and just like leans out the window. When you get keelhauled, it's not exactly a fun time.
Ah, so a revenge story.
Not so much.
It is a classic trope.
Listen. It's not just for me. It's also for an old friend. I just flourished the dagger that Maggie gave me.
Oh yes, the Revenant that helped us.
Another one of his former lieutenants who decided she had enough.
Oh, she wasn't a tenant. She wasn't a lieutenant. She was prisoner.
Right hand and prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Point is, when you rule in fear, you have no real loyalty. Even his lieutenants turned on him in the end.
Oh, Tor, you want to tell
you're
us?
right there, Gurg.
You want to tell them the fucking beautiful lie that we gave Calabaster on his way out?
I'm losing my mind. Don't mind me. So sorry.
Oh, that one.
Getting distracted.
Yeah, go, tell them.
So, dealing with the lieutenant, speaking of course, disloyalty. The first lieutenant attempted to stop us along the way to get to the peak. However, as it turns out, when you have some adventures of like we've had, how to embellish your actual accomplishments and events to make it sound like you have a lot more that you are letting on. At this moment, at this moment, thanks to sunshine over here, as well as a little embellishment on my part, the lieutenant is currently, we believe, somewhere in the middle of a sea, looking for an invisible island that we did discover and did have the location for. That part is completely legitimate.
Interesting, and you just gave that to him.
It's not
We
without its
weren't-
occupants.
No, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Let him tell it.
That's the fun part about it. You see, well, there are bountiful things on the island for a pirate to find and enjoy. What they will find first is a 10-eyed creature bent on destruction. It's the home of a beholder.
He's so fucked.
A beholder.
I thought we were going to die in that encounter. We ran from it, obviously.
What was a
It was his
beholder
face.
doing there?
We didn't stick
that's
around to ask, oddly
interesting.
enough.
Mhm. We can only vaguely infer from other happenstance.
Did it have a name
It seemed
or
like
anything?
the beholder was a prisoner. Oh, did we have the beholder's name?
I believe it was,
Oh, God, they have weird names.
TH something.
TH something.
Thistlehork?
Thistlehawk.
Thistlehork.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
That name.
Don't tell me you know it.
Couldn't be.
Huh? You know something about Thistlehork?
There's only rumors and secrets.
Makes sense. We found him on an invisible island in the middle of the ocean.
You just see her trying to like wrap her head around it.
Well, you can't just leave us hanging like that.
She's thinking, give her time.
Monster child. Son of Alaiis.
Oh. So they are related.
Related as a son can be to their mother.
Hmm.
Huh.
It was said long ago that the gods cannot produce offspring of them. When Alaiis attempted to do so, created a monster.
Hmm.
Barristan, wishing to keep this dark secret of hers at bay, she stored them away somewhere. You're telling me it's that visible island?
It does sound very far-fetched, but we didn't know about the name beforehand, so hopefully that adds a little bit of believableness to it. It's quite the story, right?
You traded us back tenfold compared to a dumb little monorail.
Well, we didn't tell you where the island is, so it's not very helpful.
It's probably for the best that they don't know.
Yeah.
Only imagine what the fate of your lieutenant is in the gaze of that thing.
Oh, he's probably fucked.
My only concern is that we accidentally gave Thistlehork a boat.
That might be a concern, yeah.
The question is, can he pilot a boat without any hands?
Probably. They're telepathic.
Topographic?
Beholders, I mean. They can move things with their mind.
Oh, telekinetic.
Yes.
Ah. I do not know what telepathic is, but telekinetic is kinesis, moving an object.
Yep, that was the phrase.
Ah.
Telepathic is being able to talk in someone's head, stares at Drana.
Oh. Imagine not being able to talk without moving my lips. Just thinks about it.
You don't have any lips, Joust!
I did for an hour. As he says, pout and turn it away. Like, you never, Mom. You don't know me.
Oh my god.
I was a real boy for a whole hour. Huskily.
So, with that, 3 days pass,
3 days late.
Excellent.
alternating between animals from the whip, animals polymorphed into horses, and regular paced walking. Eventually, Find yourselves on the top of a hill, looking down what appears to be a small and abandoned town. You can see roads that lead through it, as well as encircling it. It appears to be the fork in the road that leads the west and to Alaiis in the south.
This is Dragon's Bloom. Oh no, we're at the crossroad town. Right.
Mhm. It's abandoned?
It appears to be in ruin.
Boy, what
Nature
one hell of a
has
party.
taken it over.
Hmm.
Or several wooden and stone structures dot around, having survived. What do I like to do?
What time of day is it?
3 days travel, I would consider this high noon.
Okay. Cool, cool.
Pray tell, friends, Velroth, do you know the name of this place?
Afraid not. I haven't traveled far enough to know every name.
Well then, I believe we should be heading south, correct?
If we're gonna get to Alaiis, then yeah.
Well, I guess we just mosey on through. But this is strange. This place, so forgotten, so alone. As though
It's weird
all
that
the
they wouldn't
stories...
have anybody over here at this outpost, but at the same time, it could be that something happened to it. Maybe something came through, or they just left the place due to other reasons. I don't know.
Can I make a perception check, looking for anything out of place?
Sure, give me a percent.
Catacombs.
I'm a cool
Would I know this place?
21.
Yeah, Tori, give me a history check.
21.
24.
Nice.
Tora, from many years ago, you knew this as the sort of hub before reaching Alaiis proper. Almost like a borderline town. It's been a while since you've returned to this spot, but you recall what it once was before. Humble little crossroads town. Brana?
Yes.
You're like gazing into like the ins and outs of between the trees and through like the overgrowth. You see signs of life in there. Humanoid figures walking through.
There are people here, so it seems. Am I the only one that sees them?
Well then.
Yeah, I don't know,
suppose we-
Alafi.
Yeah, Alafi glances up, is like, huh? I guess Alafi can glance about to see if I see the people Drawn is referring to.
You do.
Hello?
I was just making the joke that your passive perception is goddamn roof.
23 isn't that high.
It is for what I try to throw at you.
Look, I just don't like being surprised.
Oh.
And if it's either the observant feat or the alert feat, this one here is arguably easier to deal with.
Someone who wants
Yeah,
to
Luffy
have
look up and be
your
like, yeah, there's people in there. Maybe they have a horse they can sell us.
Oh, well, that would help. I suppose they're just people, friends or people we just haven't met yet.
Take some interesting people to live in a place like this. Certainly not at what it used to be.
Well, it's just off the beaten path.
No, it's just beaten.
Maybe we should ask around, see what happened here.
Well, no sense in being down outside the town. Let's head on in.
All right.
I mean, I guess we should stick close just in case, though.
I turn to the Dragonborn. You have any qualms about traveling through towns? I'm not sure if you have any particular concerns with the way you guys do things.
As long as we're not dragons.
All right.
So, as you make your way down the hill and into the road that leads into town, the signs of life that you once saw seem to quickly dissipate. Streets appear abandoned, overgrown, and empty. Homes dilapidated. Ruin. Sized up.
Oh no, we've shrunk.
Missed my shrink rate. Get a grid in here.
Nice.
That was pretty spot on.
That's
Yeah.
actually straight up, yeah. I dig it. Battle Grid online.
No, we're not going to be fighting anything in this random town.
Well,
Well, I'll hop off the cart and start taking more of a closer look around. Jost, you want to go talk to some of the folk around here?
why, yes.
I'll stick close behind you.
No worries. Tora, Payne, would you mind making sure the wagon is settled in?
I'll stay
Yes,
by the wagon too.
Wonderful. Doop-dee-doop-dee. By the way, how much money do we have to bargain with?
I have... 200 silver.
Ah, well, I have a bag of beans with their name on it. It sounds like shit. Very well. Let us be on. And then I'll start walking towards where they told me where the people were.
Velroth and Brew, do you want to follow us, or are you going to stick near the cart? And as Joust is walking away, Alafi's also going to turn to Dron and be like, put the horse somewhere safer just in case we can't lose another one.
We can't afford to lose 2 horses.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
This doesn't feel right.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Since it's just eerily quiet and spooky in a dilapidated abandoned town. Nothing wrong here.
Right, Joust, everything is absolutely fine. The exact opposite of what I just said to Velroth. Yep.
That's what I said. Everything is perfectly fine.
Then the fog starts rolling in.
And then Silent Hill. Oh boy. Ah, jeez.
Let's see. Alafi will be able to see a lot if I stand right here and do a full circle look around.
Alright, give me a perception check.
Can see down almost every street from this location.
I keep thinking,
Active perception check.
Sure.
if you need a bardic, let me know. I got plenty.
Only a 15. So sad.
Oh, darn.
I mean, you've situated yourself pretty well around here. Just by the buildings you've walked past so far, you see what appears to be the overgrowth. But before the overgrowth, signs of the history, the struggle. Almost all the doors are broken into, destroyed. Almost as if a victim of some sort of attack before the overgrowth occurred. Up ahead is
Town was stacked.
up where your character's currently facing. You see tattered remains of large cobwebs. Further down appears to be more dilapidated buildings.
It seems whoever was here definitely left in a hurry.
There does appear to be a light
Or
there.
didn't get to be, or didn't get to leave at all. I can see light.
Well, we should head towards where there is light.
I agree. Lead on, Ghost. Let you do the talking.
Yeah, I assume it was straight ahead, right?
Straight ahead, a little to the left.
All right. And Josh just starts like blindly walking forward. Oh boy.
Joust, give me a dex save.
Okay. Yeah, Josh is just like, nothing bad could happen here. Let's see, Dex is +4. Okay. I rotated everything around so my brain's all turned around. 4 with the D20. How about a dirty 20?
Very 20, yeah.
Nice.
You make a direct path through the cobwebs, and it gets all caught up in your pant legs, but you as just this mechanized machine just trudge through it as if it were just difficult terrain.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like Shrek walking through the line.
Yeah. Yeah, like parts of him pop off and like the wig kind of just snaps back onto his head. Just. It's very sticky here. Be careful.
Alafi, seeing this, is actually going to go ahead and get a running start and just jump across.
Velroth will join you in that jump.
Yeah. Crouching Tiger Hen Dragon, silent jump, and just.
What's the rest of the party doing?
So
I just got back. What did I miss?
nothing.
Some of the party's scouting ahead from the town.
Okay.
Yeah. We need a good place to keep the horse so we don't accidentally lose another one.
Yeah. If there's a stable somewhere nearby, then we can hitch the horse. Give it at least some proper shelter for the night.
Past tense, there was a stable.
It's as though this place has survived an attack. No one's here.
Is it unstable?
It seems to have been taken by nature.
If we could clear out some of the overgrowth, and maybe. We'd only need to clear out at least one particular area for this horse.
I think we're safer just waiting for the other two to come back. Well, 3. With the dragon boy they have with them.
I'm more concerned with the dilapidation. If this horse gets spooked, it might be able to break it.
Yeah. And then we'd be left without a horse.
Can I make another perception check to see if there's anyone watching us?
Sure. Give me
Can
a
I
perception
actually? Can I do the same as well?
Yep.
So giving her advantage.
check. You want to do your own check or give her advantage?
I'll give her advantage.
Alrighty.
Old MacDonald had a fear farm.
22.
Nice.
Rana, you know for certain that you saw people walking through the streets as you came in. In fact, you do see the shuffled footsteps across the cobbled floor, like the beaten paths that come from inside the buildings to across the streets.
I'm going to go up to
Just-
this building and just knock on the door.
Yeah. You knock on the door. And you start
Hello?
to hear a wheezing noise.
Hello?
Response.
Someone's definitely inside.
They might be too afraid to come out.
I would bet on it.
Or is there anything you're doing?
Well, if we're getting investigative, is there any way to, any kind of window or any kind of gap I might be able to peek in with?
Sure, there's some broken windows and gaps and where roots have started to creep through. Roll me investigation.
Dirty 20.
30-20. As you're sort of like peeking in through the cracks, there are like a few beds you can see inside. Some of them are just completely run down, dilapidated. But then a thought hits you. You've seen this kind of thing before. You've seen the signs of just abandonment. That sense of life and activity in places where there really wasn't. You recall your time back in the mines and what you saw there. What looked like normal people sleeping in their cottages, going about their once living conditions.
Hey, just going to go over to Drana. I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder, just kind of like gently pull back.
What's wrong? There's someone in there. I heard it.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem here. You look at this. Look at this place. No one's surviving here. We've already been to a place where it looked like people were alive and they weren't. Doesn't this feel a little bit familiar?
So it could be one of two things. Either we're dealing with another vampire, or we're dealing with an actual necromancer.
I had a dragonborn who said there another.
Oh, sorry, don't worry about it.
Sounds like another story I need to hear.
We're very
I'll
busy
tell you
people.
later.
We'll cut over
How
to
we originally got.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's how we originally got wanted by Falling Fire. We helped them.
Sounds awfully
Anyway.
familiar, in fact. I'm not there.
Another good deed making you a wanted criminal.
Yes.
Joust.
Just walking forward. Ah, yes, here we
Make
go.
your way to the light that is in this ruined building. However, amenities seem to be being maintained here. You can see light coming through the window. The door is wide open.
as he turned, you see for a moment, Joust thinks for a moment, and then he points like to Laffy real quick and silently messages him and says like, I don't like the looks of this, but since the door is open, I don't have to knock. And then I point to Velroth, like, I can silently speak, but I point to you, so we should stay quiet. And I kind of give a thumbs up to both of them.
If you want to do this the quiet way, Alaiis will put his hand on your shoulder wordlessly, and he will creep up to the door and peek inside.
Yeah. You see, like, Joust is writing, like, a hand, like he's gonna throw something. He's like, I don't have anything to throw. Like,
Make me a stealth check.
Mm-hmm. 11.
pretty low.
Not your best.
Don't worry, I'll be silently.
Steps on Twig immediately.
I mean, 11 is average sneak. It'll beat an average person's passive perception.
Oh.
See, as you slowly peek your eyes inside, what appears to be this nature-adorned elven man wearing this horned skull. Clothes are adorned with natural elements, bones, hides, plant life. Lots of plant life. Vines that run down the sleeves and the legs. And you can almost down at the legs and see these vines that are in his clothes almost digging into the ground which he's sitting in. This rotted chair that has almost like morphed him into the ground where he's sitting.
He's like ingrained into a chair into the ground.
Do I think he's alive? Is he moving at all, or is this like a...
Appears to just be sitting and staring at the fire.
No. Unmoving? Just staring?
His shoulders rise and fall with He doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Alaiis will put a hand on Joe's shoulder and just kind of drag you backwards. Whisper to Velroth and say, strange. If we're gonna wander here, we should wander with friends, not just the three of us.
Don't worry, Alaiis, I got this. As he's like about ready to turn back in and enter.
Alaiis had already turned away. If you're gonna do it, you have a moment before Alaiis stops you.
Yeah, you see he turns and he just like, he kind of points to Velroth like, if I need something, get ready to jump, and I'll just walk inside like, hello?
You see him just sort of like hug the wall.
Yeah, as Joust is like, don't, like, make it look like it's just me. Got it. Thumbs up, like, good day. And he'll like kind of he'll kind of do a little knock on the door, like, hello. I am a strange man in a strange land, and I would like to speak with you. As he thinks for a moment, like, I don't know. I saw a light, and I
hear this like wheezy, exhausted. Strange. Sense you down.
Oh, well, I have a unusual bit about me. As he like kind of walks up to you.
As you reach closer face to face and see the gaunt lines in his face, this sort of nutrient deprived complexion.
Ooh.
Just pale skin, His skin's like matted to his bone.
Ugh. Does it look like the roots are like going all through him, like in his face and shit?
Like he's hooked up to IVs made of nature itself.
Oh god!
Whoa.
He's one of the fun druids. Yay!
Oh god!
As I'm just like, ooh, looks like somebody likes Captain Planet a bit too much. Ooh.
Oh, God.
The fugu.
And I'm just like, oh boy, this is a Fern Gurley reference I've ever seen one. Just like kind of like, and I'm looking up like, well then, I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt this place. I saw a light and saw life and thought that I could persuade you for some assistance.
Wish to aid me.
If I could aid a friend indeed, I would be happy to.
Are you? What
You
is
see,
your
he takes
purpose
up-
here?
Elafi's gonna start to leave to go get the others.
Sure,
starts-
roll me
he
a
takes
stealth
out-
check.
Oh yeah, this again. Now that he is focused, he will have a much easier time seeing me. Please roll better than my last 2 rolls. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. It's pretty good.
I am the knight.
Pretty good, just a nat 20.
Just a lofty face.
I hate to be that guy, but to a total of,
26.
because I rolled a nat 22, so that was the thing that affected it.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh my god! And I turn out like,
Luckily, your stealth is better than his perception.
as I'm
Probably
like,
just barely.
I think that momentary distraction of me talking to him might have gotten
And then-
you through.
Yeah, just
Jump off the cobwebs and sprinting back. Feel free to continue your conversation. Jump to me when you think I've made it.
We are currently traveling further on, and I am in need of perhaps another beast of burden, if you are allowed one. If not, I'd be happy to be on my way. But I mean you no harm.
You're heading south. Not.
Indeed, I am.
To walk amongst the reviled people there. And
Oh.
as you like see him like lean forward with like this disdain, you can hear like the vines in his back sort of like tug against the wood of the chair, creaking and cracking as he like. It doesn't look like he's moved from this spot in a long time.
So he's really in there, kind of thing. Like, ugh. As I'm like, perhaps, or perhaps just to travel, to see, to hear, to learn. But people may come, people may go, or maybe just witness the beauty of nature itself that we might see in such a lovely land.
There is no beauty in this. Passing day. Reviled bay spread. They have been holding back their growth for years now. Truly wish to help. Stop. Spread of Alaiis.
Miss Joust thinks for a moment. Am I to presume that there is some sort of influence that your magic or whatever you are doing, is holding it back at bay? Is this what keeps you bound to such a place?
Sort of like leans back in the chair again. All just like crackles and creaks. Alaiis wished to expand further than the peninsula. This town I have interpreted. It's not splendid and beautiful she claims it to be. It is like cancer.
I see. Perhaps the saying is true. All that glitters is not gold. Perhaps it is just shit, polished shiny enough to be beautiful, but still, in essence, is still a ball of shit. Although, I don't really know much about Alaiis, but she doesn't sound pretty cool by my standards, nor your standards.
And I'm still here.
I'm sorry.
Cork hugs up.
Are you all alone here then?
Depends what you mean by alone.
Like this. Someone to talk to relate, to be alive with.
Share. Runs deep. Company.
See, he kind of like puts a hand and like pats his rooted hand and he's like, I am sorry. That must be very sad for you.
Sort of clasps onto your brass hand.
He's just like, you really got a strong grip there. Like, falls out, like,
You flatter him, but he really doesn't.
yeah, no, I know. Just like Ramon, like it's probably that involuntary, just like quick, like grab hand, like oh boy, oh, spooked him, and I'm just like, and I'm not resistant. I'm just like, oh, there. I just have a question. Are you in pain?
Cut the base of a tree. Can it express the pain of sap?
I do not know.
I feel everything.
That must be hard for you.
Ew. As he sort of like, his grasp on your hand like almost turns to like scratching as he like feels the metal in your hand. Since you cannot touch you. Different.
I suppose I am. I am something new, something different.
No. change things.
I suppose sometimes a little catalyst can make things change.
Stop this madness. She has taken so much. It's never enough. She won't stop till it's all hers.
I will. As you see, he kind of does that, like, another hand clasp on what he's touching, just like, I will, friend.
Not be. Respect. Provide what you need.
And I will do what I can.
So.
Pat.
Cora, Payne, Alafi, Brana.
Mm-hmm.
If I. Any for this.
Skeleton
Oh.
horse.
That
Like,
would be
I'm
so
metal.
awesome.
That would be
The other
so
horse is like,
fucking sick.
the horse is gonna be like, what the fuck?
I'm
Bring the
guessing.
sick one. Bring the sick one back. Bring the sick one back.
Oh god,
here's
that'd be
the thing.
horrible.
We wouldn't have to worry about overworking a skeleton horse.
It's true.
Let the other one go free.
Would pain turn into a nightmare if
I'm-
if he was polymorphed?
We've confirmed that Joust turns into regular horse. Pain would probably also just be a regular horse.
But with
Fangs.
fangs.
God, not that one.
That'd be kind of funny.
That'd be sick. I'd like to see Pain Horse as regular horse, but it's got like a Dracula king goes bleh, bleh. It's the Count Horse. 1, 2, 3. Out.
Fuck off.
Oh, look at that!
Look at him!
You guys begin to hear clopping of the
clop.
cobblestone.
I'm immediately hopping out.
Yeah, Laffy's immediately like fists up.
You can see like much in the same vein as the druid in the room. You can see like the ivy-looking vines sort of like tugging at the horse as it like crawls out of the bramble.
Oh, so it's like vine bone dead horse. Oh, that's sick.
It is not a looker.
So fucking awesome.
Can I try to discern whether or not this thing looks hostile?
It's
me a
standing
nature
there.
check.
It's
Alright.
standing there.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Animal handling?
I don't think animal this
I mean,
doesn't have
it is
mind
of
to
nature if you
handle.
think about it.
It
Hey,
definitely, yeah.
Olafi, you wanna give me a hand?
What am I gonna start punching it? What's the plan?
Here.
Just discerning on whether or not this thing is hostile.
I'll make a roll.
Uh,
It hasn't rushed us yet. Do you
Okay.
want to guess what your nature bonus is compared to mine? Do you want to guess?
Mine is a +1.
Mine is also 1, except on the negative side.
Ugh, I
Mine's
only got a
+2.
10 with mine.
I got a 9. Yours is better.
Oh god.
Can I as
Skeleton.
well?
Sure.
Does this count as Fey, Fiend, or Undead?
It counts as undead.
Okay, cool.
It
Somehow.
literally says
I think-
undead.
It's definitely not a dead horse. It doesn't even have skin.
16.
Well, it doesn't have skin because I don't have a model that's half horse and half bone.
Okay, but
Or,
it's still.
or else you would be seeing like the vines acting as like veins running through it. as it
So fucking awesome.
much like the
Metal.
druid, it seems like nature itself has been sustaining its life.
Oh, that's so fucking metal.
16, by the way.
And yeah, no, when you look past what you see, all you do see is a just calm, tame horse just approaching the carriage.
It seems non-hostile pain.
I'm gonna carefully walk up to it.
And as you do so, I'll go back to
I'm unarmed.
the druid real quick
Another
and
bit.
just. Oh. Your friends will need you. Symbiotes will not harm you. Not
course,
stay
yeah.
long.
Of course. I just have but one more question before I go. What is your name, friend?
Seam. Name is
Seam?
Seam.
Like S-E-E-M-E? Seem? Ah. I am Joust. Joust. And you are my friend, Seem.
You just
And
sort
you
of
see,
tilt his head back
See.
down and stares at the fire.
is there anything else I could do before I leave you? You see, like, kind of he'll stand up, and as he like gets up, like on like the chair that like probably like the table and the vines and everything are like covered in stuff. You'll see he'll walk over by that little table that's like kind of near the chair and just put one little bean, one magic bean on there. One bean.
They'll be.
See, one magic bean, which would be of like the 10 or whatever he's got, yeah,
Right.
because he hasn't used them. And he's just say like, perhaps a little change or a memento to remember me by. And you see he kind of like he's like, I also will close the door. Like, he's like, you left the door. Like, yeah, he'll like close it up real quick, and I'll be like, he's sleeping. But we better get back. I just got us a ride.
Where anyone else this place would have been.
Well, sometimes it just helps to be a little friendlier, Velroth.
Remember that, son.
Also, thank you for covering my back. I felt very protected.
Again, would have burned it to the ground if I.
Nah. But I do appreciate the sentiment. And then he's like, oh wait, it's just to catch up. And then I probably come like, oh shit, that is metal as fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
shit.
the fuck just happened?
Well, I made a friend, and he let us borrow his bone horse.
Yeah,
Can we-
that checks.
What? Okay. Yeah, sure.
Do you
I am
think
not
that maybe-
questioning that.
Do you think that maybe your bone friend, your new friend, might actually let us keep this thing? Because this is.
Yes. You see Joss is already like grabbing it and like kind of like leading it over to the cart as he's just like helping attach it to the
I've basically just been like petting the snoot and just
Yeah.
How are we going to explain this to any travelers we come across?
We don't. We don't, and we just
hi-
pretend like
hi.
it's normal.
Hi,
We're traveling
illusionist.
necromancers.
We are very
We're-
magical.
That's
and
I
not
dare
a
say
thing
anyone in
you
a
We
just
lizard-
are
said.
not. We are not saying we are necromancers. I am either making it invisible or I am making it look like a normal horse. We're done.
Or we just
You can make it look like a
or-
normal horse? Perfect, we're done.
Or we just say it's just a really cool looking horse.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be considered an affront to all nature if we do that.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I think it is
Look.
technically, yeah.
Half the things I've done the last few years have been an affront to nature. It's fine.
You
Fine.
see Joust gives it a little slap on like its like back from this thing can fit so much nature in it, but we better get going. What do you do? But we
Whatever
must...
you slapped just fell off.
Oh, I kind of put the tail bit back on. There we go.
I really, really want to actually keep this one.
Either way, we better get moving. The symbiotes will attack us soon. We better get moving.
The what?
The symbiotes.
Yeah, because you were so kind, I might as well,
Reveal.
This is what you avoided.
Oh my!
Hey yo!
Oh,
Kindness.
So
Yeah.
thanks, Joust. That was
Good
really
one.
cool.
good one.
That was
Thanks.
good.
Good job, Joust. You
Avoided
didn't get us
combat
all that
encounter.
experience.
We got ourselves a way better mount than we've ever had before.
Hey,
I really
Always-
want to keep this.
the only
Please,
thing
can
I
we keep
say
it?
is that diplomacy before burning the place down.
Our group so far has been the type to talk first, which
Joust is not
good.
one to go to anger. He will attack first, but he does not like
That's
fighting.
That said, I get the feeling if he saw an Eladrin there, this would have ended very differently.
As we're on our way out, I'm just like looking over to Joust, just like,
Okay, so how much do you think that your friend would actually need, payment-wise, for us to keep this thing?
He did not give a specific thing, but presumably, when the magic is done, the creature will either disappear or it will stay alive. But for now, we are simple. We must make our way through. By the way, my friend's name is Seem. S-C-E-M-E. Seem.
Okay.
He was a
So,
druid. And he was very lonely.
Sounds very sad.
It was. But also, I made a promise to him
And that is?
Oh.
that we got to fuck around with a god and find out. And you see, he like turns around.
Oh, we're certainly doing that anyway.
And he just cracks the whip as the carriage goes through.
I mean, yeah, it was already kind of the plan, so
I mean,
things are
yeah,
very different on our
this
end.
shouldn't. I mean, I'm not gonna pass up an excuse to fuck with Alaiis.
It seems that Alaiis herself is moving on, is taking more and more, and put in places like this.
I almost
And
want to
let
give it a name. Fuck!
Oh, he already has a name.
No, I'm talking about the horse.
Yes, he does have a name.
What's his
You,
name?
you gave him a name already.
Well, yes, I'm pretty good at naming things.
Yeah, but what if I want to name it?
Okay, what do you want to name it?
Hang on, I've got...
let me actually look at my list here.
You have a list.
A list of
So-
undead horse names, just in case.
In case I
I-
had the metal badass pony of my dreams when I was a kid.
I look over the Dragonborn. You see, you wonder why or how we survived this long? Dumb luck. Like this.
I keep saying that we are actually distinctly more deadly than we let on, but okay.
Oh, sorry.
Seeing is believing, that's for sure.
We also have a tendency of talking before we swing, which helps.
Yeah, usually.
Yes, well, Payne, the name I was gonna give it was called Animus.
Animus?
Animus. AKA a villain of hostility or ill feeling.
Why not Anima?
That's lame. You're lame.
You're lame. Fuck you.
The horse's
Yeah,
jaw
fuck
just
me,
drops.
fuck
Oh my god.
Literally.
Yeah, talk about. Or we could call him Skeletor. That would be cool.
No,
How-
absolutely not.
How about we travel and then figure out the name along the way? Because it looks
I was
like
thinking
this
that we
is-
were like already on our way.
Yeah,
we were already like
Okay.
talking and traveling.
Yeah, because we didn't want to get attacked by God knows how much natural.
I don't
Yeah,
want it to
as-
fall apart.
Essentially, like as soon as you're deemed like a non-threat, you see like the dilapidated doors like open up a bit, and like the undead husks of people
Oh,
start going about their daily business
here,
as
I'll be
if they
right
were
back.
still alive.
Holy fuck.
Like the shopkeep man,
Is it
the
weird to say
shop,
that this
the,
isn't the first time?
the farmer goes to tend to the crops. but they're all just lifeless, vacant. Like, think like Dawn of the Dead zombies. They're just.
Is
they're
this
just
what your
doing
home's
what-
like, Payne?
Shut the fuck up.
The Dragonborn must have so many fucking questions now.
You know, Rana, I could easily knock you off this cart and just leave you here. But you know, my contract says that I shouldn't do that. So, kindly, hush.
It's also weird to say that in the past month we have seen this type of people twice. Because those folks at Gallius were largely similar, right?
Yeah, but
I
they
mean, they're stone and they are technically alive.
they're technically more alive than these folks.
It's the
They have
dis-
free will.
It's the difference between undoing a petrification and undoing death itself.
So this is what it's like when you resurrect someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's avoid it if we can. No pleasant.
That'd be great.
So
if we
what
could.
magic do you have for the horse to make it look not as dead?
Let's see, I believe I have major image and the ability to move it.
Oh, fucking easy.
Good hat.
What about something like seeming? I thought that maybe that might work.
I have major image.
Okay.
I can only work within my capabilities.
That's fair.
Haha, wizard problems.
Yeah, haha, get dunked.
I'm sorry, you fireball our next enemy.
Maybe I will.
Sorry. Listen, I would if I could. I cast gun at fuck you level. If I had a gun,
Where put my gun? If I had one. Anyway.
and this is where I'd put a gun. If I had one.
Well, don't worry. Go to Fallen Fire, and they're everywhere. I mean, if I was a different model, I would have a gun inside me.
And then I'd probably try to take it from you.
I mean, if you would like to have internal Gatling components, then go ahead.
I would very much like to take it apart and just turn it into a firearm that I could use.
That'd be cool. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be.
I'm not a fan of guns.
I am.
Well, cool. I will be happy to find you a gun and get you it.
Please, thank you. That'd be great.
Well, I just need to know one thing, though, Payne.
Mm.
When's your birthday? Because I have an idea for a gift. He like leans back at the card, like still riding. Like, I just a little birdie told me what you might want for your birthday.
I literally just told you.
Yes, I know.
Did just call you a little birdie?
It's in March.
Okay. I lean over to Drana.
The fact that we already came up with a plan for this is so stupid.
Listen, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but it's the thought that counts.
Well, trust me, we'll be able to find you one. Maybe there might be something in Alaiis. There are collectors there, perhaps. I don't know. But either
I'm
way,
not
we have
getting my hopes up, but if you happen to find something, how about it?
cool.
I feel like
I
we've
wouldn't-
done crazier things.
I wouldn't get your hopes up. Alaiis tends to rely on magic, not a hand-built firearm.
Yes,
Well,
that is
about
definitely Fallen Fire.
What about magic firearms?
Fallen Fire. Just nods.
Seriously, stop trying to get my hopes up!
Well, all we have to do is just go there. You can buy them quite easily. They are very expensive, though.
I mean, I wouldn't want to buy anything from Ration of Keen myself. We can just go yoink one, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Probably deserves it.
If it's,
Well, that-
if it's stolen, that's even better.
That is very
Mhm.
true. You could probably steal one a lot easier than buying one in Fallen Fire. There's a lot of protocols you have to go through to own one.
Yeah, fuck that.
Plenty of forms.
I'd rather forge the freaking documents in order to do it.
I put a seam over here by Slambo and Camelot.
All right.
I had it SEEME like seam. I was like, oh, seam SC. Okay. Seam Salabim.
I imagine the Dragonborn have several questions.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get any of the answers they're looking for.
And Zhao's just like, and they're like, well, what happened? I talked to him. Well, what happened? I was nice.
I mean, I was saying in consideration to like some of the things that I've literally mentioned in passing.
Yeah. If I had a gun, I'd kill you.
If I had a gun on a boat.
If I had a, that's one of my favorite Simpsons things. I'll take
Well,
it.
I was
It's
mentioning, I was more referring to the friggin' like vampire thing, but I mean, it's whatever. It's fine.
Even that
Was
upfront
it
about it.
partially subtle?
I mean, you look like you're in a like a music video for an emo band, so I think they kind of had a suspicion already. So
What, that I'm dead?
yeah, maybe.
You're just a little makeover from being one of the members of Black Veil Brides.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
You look,
yeah.
that looks true. You're just one of the extras walking in the Black Parade movie. Like,
Dude, he would absolutely be.
Anyways.
Amazing.
So, continue on south. It's almost immediate in the change of scenery. Before its arrival, the land was touched by the Feywild's heavy. It became a testament to the nature and the magic that resided within the lands of this peninsula. In fact, the Dragonborns tell you that there are legends that a single dragon raised by the members of the Feywild called these lands home, and its mere existence changed the landscape to the way it is now.
wow.
Alaiis is a country that values a sharing of cultures, beauty, and expression above all else. This has developed into its own economy, where bartering is just as valuable as the trade of gold. Poetry, song and dance, art, culinary creations, even just an elaborate play are all up for trade in the lands of Alaiis.
Ooh, I do love a good trade system.
While not isolated, their alien culture has given other countries very little strategic interest in Alaiis outside of tourism. However, that doesn't stop the regular bandit raid or wild attack from Feywild beasts. To this end, a guard regiment known as the Vine Guard protect the citizens and tourists of Alaiis. This regiment is as graceful as it is defensive of the people that inhabit the lands, armed with slender weapons and magical armor, alongside some Fey magic. They can be dispatched and mobilized incredibly fast wherever needed. Now, find ourselves in Dragonbloom.
Ooh. I do love an amphitheater.
If Alaiis is considered the heart of the country, Dragonbloom would be considered its soul. Legends of the Fey-touched dragon known as Genese dominate the architecture. A wooden fountain in the central hub of the city, depicting a delicately carved, slender dragon, almost like Chinese style, standing tall and poised. The water from this fountain seems to seep into the aqueducts that line the very streets. The architecture tells of a symbiotic nature between civilization and plant life. From a top-down view, ignoring what we see here, Dragonbloom would seem more reminiscent of a botanical garden hidden within the trees more than some built clearing where people live. The buildings have been carefully designed with nature in mind, having nearly every building made out of trees, giving the streets this natural topography and of like walking through a forest, but also respecting tourists and travelers alike, clearing major pathways that would go through the city. On the further edges lie more built-out and established bardic college campuses, where scholars, artists, entertainers alike gather in droves to hone their crafts and become inspired in their pursuits. Colleges of lore, valor, of blades, and eloquence dot the corners of this wooded community, accepting the culture of Alaiis with open arms. It is here where our adventurers find themselves in. So, what would you like to do?
I get really big Ionia from League of Legends vibes from this place. Like, oh, like, wow. Joust, you see Joust's eyes are big as saucers. Wowie, zowie.
Just the lighting.
This place, it is so much more beautiful than Fallen Fire. I have not seen so much nature in so very long.
Should probably find an inn to rest in, and a place to hitch up our horses.
Or let me adjust the lighting.
Now, if we leave the horse, I won't be able to maintain the illusion.
Well, I will take him somewhere. I will put the wagon somewhere further away from town. That way I can stay with him. I will not leave Skeletor and Daniel.
We're not sticking
Oh,
with
no,
Skeletor.
leave
You gotta be
him
kidding me.
alone.
No.
Okay, we'll call him Jack. Jack Skelly Horse.
Better.
I will think of a name tonight then.
You do.
Okay, well I love him and he is staying with me. He's hugging the bone horse.
I love him more. Fuck you.
I'm casting minor illusion. I'm casting minor illusion to wave a red flag.
Fuck off.
I was zoomed in and that nearly flashbanged me.
Sorry, I finally got to reach lighting for some reason.
Yeah, Joust.
There were just so many dark
corners.
corners I needed to...
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Joust is eager to find at least a place out of the way that he could set up like a little tent or something so he could stay with the carriage and whatnot if he doesn't want to be in town. Because he doesn't want to ruin his horse new friend.
Well, that would be in this corner over here.
Okay.
One of the biggest hotels in the city, renowned for its four-corner design where each section of the hotel is designed with a specific season of the year in mind. To that end, Four Seasons Hotel.
Ah. Excuse me, can you tell me where the lobby is? It's right over there. Cute kid.
No.
Oh,
No.
bonk.
That's a
Bad.
Home Alone 2 reference. Bonk. No, he was at the Ritz, actually. Never mind.
So, Tor.
Yeah.
Now that we're getting a little further in, how bad are we gonna be dealing with the transition from here to the Feywild, or fucking where are we going from here? Basically, is what I'm asking. Is the Feywild going to be any quicker to Alaiis, or is it just going to be faster if we just go through?
You know, as a matter of fact, that the Feywild do have just every major town in Alaiis has portals linked to the Feywild. You could literally go there now if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, so it turns out the major towns are built around where the two worlds connect.
Mm-hmm.
That way you have maximum amount of pulling money from tourist pockets. There's an access here. Though it's been a while since I've been here. I can't quite remember if this portal leads off exactly where we need to be.
I mean,
Might-
couldn't hurt to go and check.
Meantime, we've reached our destination. I think we're going to depart over to the Bard's colleges.
Thank you for the journey and the stories, friends. Perhaps I will see you over by the colleges later.
And the same to you, friends.
And
Your ventures produce bountiful fruits.
if
Good
you
luck.
ever want a drink, you could meet us over at the hotel.
I'm sure there will be plenty of time at the hotel. Now, be safe. Be well.
I hope the skies is barely your limit, friends.
They just start making their way up the natural pathway.
They were good people.
Yeah, I like them.
No, some of the nicest dragons I've ever met.
Indeed.
First dragons I've ever met.
I don't know, maybe I met more dragons and didn't know it. I don't know. But either way, do you think our horse friend, Skellyman, will be taking affront being here?
I
It's
mean,
just
I'm
a-
keen on making just some record time as much as possible. So, checking out this portal to the Feywild and seeing if it
Okay.
leads where we think it'll.
Here's a fun ask for the DM. How are the locals with undead animals?
As it was implied when you first met the horse, they might be considered an affront to nature.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make sure this horse is out of sight.
Well, then I will stay out of town. I will not leave our new friend away.
Put
I
a
promise
blanket
you.
on it
That is a good idea.
and
People
cut
can't see
holes
through
in
a
the
blanket.
front.
But make it look like a skeleton
Make it look
ghost.
like a ghost.
That's even worse. Oh, gross. It's a skeleton ghost.
I always hear that nobles dress their horses in fine cloths. So if you throw a blanket on it, it shouldn't look that out of the ordinary.
Well, the thing
I
is,
mean, that's one idea.
well, its snout will be showing out, and it is clearly made of bone.
Hmm.
Well, if it is so bad, I guess I could let our old friend go.
No.
Oh,
We're absolutely keeping this thing. Are you kidding me? Something as metal as this? We're not letting this go.
Well, then I will stay out of town with the wagon. You all can go inside.
again, just throw a blanket over it; it'll be fine.
Dress it up, make it look pretty.
I can't
Yeah.
take that risk. I mean, we could just have a little caravan right outside of town. It's not going to be a problem. Like, 300 feet from the town line. That's not a problem.
Up to you all.
Right now, I'm more keen on checking out this portal and seeing what that's all about. So if anyone wants to go and find out,
I mean, I really want to go check out the colleges, but we are on a mission here.
that's why I'm wanting to check out
Alafi
the
misses
portals.
his wife.
Very
My
much so.
God. I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, apologies. I missed out on all the different things, so I'm going with Pain to check out the portal stuff. Elafi will turn to Joust, saying, as much as we may be in a rush to get places, this is a very good opportunity to learn information. We're not just rushing to the city to go punch God.
Hmm.
We could do
We're
that.
being
but I think
careful
that would-
about this.
Yeah.
Well then, we have to do something about our undead horse friend. I mean, I suppose I could keep it outside of the town and then have the caravan come inside town.
I'm for the disguising part.
hmm
Just throw a blanket over it. Like seriously, cut holes for its eyes and then throw a blanket over it.
I could be dressing it
Yeah,
up like a
and-
fucking ghost.
And hope no bones fall out of it.
Oh yeah, well, that was that too.
Trust me, it's got plenty of bones to pick with us if we do that to it.
Clearly, it's art.
What?
I mean, it is definitely an eye-catching piece.
It's art.
You know, it would make for a good story.
Mm-hmm.
And these people trade for trading stories.
Joss is already thinking about it.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a true story. We could lie about the specifics.
Oh, trust me, I am building up a lie right as we speak.
He's learning so fast. He's growing up. I'd almost be proud if I wasn't.
Oh, where did our Dragonborn buds go? I guess this is where they were headed, eh?
They went to do
Yeah.
the college, Alafi. You were busy going to the bathroom when they left. But they said they
Fuckers
would
didn't
be.
say
we
bye.
would- They
Well, they
said
did.
they would meet us at the college later for a drink, maybe. But
Or the inn. Either one.
again, yes, there's a Four Seasons Inn right over there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the question is, do we
We're all
bring
blanket
the...
on the damn horse, and then we go to the Four Seasons.
Very well,
Full
Joust.
stop.
Joust goes in the carriage and starts pulling
And,
out a
we,
big
and we
blanket.
hope no one pulls the sheet out, off of the horse in order, or questions why it has.
Here's the idea. Here's the idea. We tell them that the horse has a very rare skin disease, and we can't take the blanket off, else it starts screaming in pain. And this is a mercy.
The horse has leprosy.
The horse has leprosy. There we go.
Yeah, I'm sure they will want that in their stables. That's
I don't
perfect.
think that's how that works.
Well,
What
either
happens
This
way-
when
is
they
why
try
we're
to-
covering it up so that it doesn't contaminate the other horses, and we've been taking care of
what
it ever
happens-
since.
What happens if they try to feed the horse and they start wondering why the horse isn't eating or drinking?
It's a very
They're not
sick
going to
horse.
feed the horse. That's going to be our responsibility.
Well, real quick, GM, would there be a role I could make to try and to help disguise this horse?
This
Like it?
would be a performance check.
Yes, as I'm like very
Do
well.
it,
It's not like I shall
If you
take this
if you
burden
have
on
any
myself.
paint supplies or artisans tools like that of that nature,
And
you can
Laffy
add
is
that
going to go
proficiency
ahead
to
and-
it.
Yeah, Alafi's going to go ahead and pull up the disguise kit and be like, okay, let's do this.
All
All
right.
right. allow me to lead the way, Alafi.
Mhm. I'm giving you advantage with the disguise kit and the help.
Oh, advantage. Okay, so we have an 18 to start, and yeah, an 18.
An 18. Yeah. You start with a basic large tapestry of a cloth, and you just throw it over the horse.
I'm like kind of cinching it with belts and stuff in areas where there'd be leg meat and whatnot.
And with the help of the disguise kit, you're able to decorate the
Bash it
horse. Sort of fine-tune like designs onto the tapestry that is the cloth, and parts of like the horse that are still visible are just like very well decorated. It's almost akin to a sort of Dia de los Muertos holiday celebration.
Hell yeah.
Yes! Oh, I love it.
Alafi does up the other horse too, just cause. Make it match.
Just to make it match. All right, fair enough. We'll keep that roll going.
All right, let's
There
go
you
to
go.
the Four Seasons.
These horses look so fucking badass. I'm not gonna. This is good. This is
Wait,
good.
I think I found the perfect picture. I'll put it in the Discord for what the horse is kind of looking like. Let's see if I can.
I need to see. I need to see.
That is
It's
that
kinda
is
like-
that is a link to The Sims 3. What are you doing?
Well, it's a
It's
headshot.
a link to a JPEG, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, let's
Oh
see.
yeah.
It's kind of like natural
Yeah.
horse made to look like a ghost horse, but the opposite. Like,
There you go.
fancy horse. There you go. Yeah.
Very amusing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wow, Luffy, you outdone yourself. High five.
High five. All right, let's go.
Dora, are you coming to help find the portal? Really use your help on that.
I need a hotel party and I need a portal party.
I'll go with the
Well,
hotel with the horse because I want to make sure.
Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near that mess, so I'm going to the portal.
I'm
Latte
going
is
to the
also
hotel.
coming to the portal.
All right.
Very well. I will make sure we have a room.
No, I'm going to the hotel with
Oh,
you.
hell yeah. By the way, I'm calling the horse Muerte.
Muerte.
Hey, Muerte.
That's
Yep,
pretty good.
All right, you know
That's
what?
pretty
That's a
good.
good one.
Yep.
That's a good one. We're
Pretty
keeping that.
good. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
And I
I'll
say,
meet you at the
probably,
4.5 seasons, or whatever it's
4.5
called.
seasons.
4.5.
What the fuck?
Look, the Fae's a wonderful place, but we haven't invented a new one yet.
they're working on Smarch, but it's still hit or miss.
March.
Yeah, no, it's still
Wow,
stuck in
Get
March.
out of
I got
here,
the-
go!
It's still
I
stuck
got
in
that
March
fixed,
Madness.
Jeff.
Ah. Ooh, lousy Smarch weather. Ugh.
Anyway,
Vaya con Dios. See you right off.
there.
Okay.
We'll start with the hotel.
Fingers crossed.
So, you see that you have a main tower and 4 other towers sort of like interconnected through like pathways and bridges that interconnect, and they're very open about which seasons they represent. You see like a spring one's like decorated in greens and beautiful mosses blooming with flowers. The autumn one almost resembles an orange withering trunk preparing for winter.
I don't know about you, Trana, but I'm leaning a bit towards autumn, but spring is kind of looking nice as well.
Sucker for the winter winds
Ooh.
on the open seas.
That does sound nice with some spiced cider. Delicious. If only I could taste it.
The main tower, however, is the summer, which is decorated with their bright yellows and oranges. The smell of citrus in the air is like you can feel like the Basque warmth as you walk into it. The main foyer consists of almost like your standard tavern layout. You have a bar and a stage, both seating with like round tables close to the hand, lines upon lines of booths that sort of like encircle it, a bar layout to the right that extends out into this sort of like main desk, and behind the main desk leads to a tall winding staircase that leads up to the different pathways that lead to all the other towers. As you're looking around, you see like the different layouts of each corner of the room is reflective of a different season, and it's whatever seating you choose. The foods and the atmosphere will reflect whichever one you decide to stay in.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty fancy.
Let's hope we can afford it. I spent the last of my gold on the horse.
Trust me, I have like a little bag of beans. I'm like, this will get us very far around here. Like, raising one metallic eyebrow. But if not, I will work myself to the bone to make sure you all are comfortable.
Yeah, you're not doing that.
Oh no, this is my place. This is where I belong.
Yeah, except you don't have bones.
My internal framework is a series of metallic struts that could be considered a skeleton to you humanoids.
Yes, but a skeleton doesn't imply bones. Like an exoskeleton isn't bones. It's just...
What are you talking about? Exoskeleton is just crunchy bones. But it makes no sense. Why would they call it a skeleton? She's like freaking out about that. Like, that makes no sense. But yes, I guess we'll pull up to like where they have a stable thing and see if we can put the carriage somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's sort of in a what do you call them? Sort of like a declining pathway. there seems to be this sort of underground garage built as a stable.
Oh man,
It's kind of like where the roots of the tree create this canopy.
You ever been to Vegas, Cobb?
Nope.
Oh yeah, baby, they all have underground parking, baby.
That's essentially the idea.
Yeah.
Nice. That's so nice. Wow, this hotel has underground parking.
Drana, I've lived in Florida all my life. There's no such thing as a basement here.
Yeah, no.
Fair.
I mean, there is, but it's called, being buried
It's
underground.
called underwater.
Yeah, it's called underwater.
That's how you know. That's how you know the Floridian wrote the fantasy world. Underground stuff.
Yes,
underground stuff, attics,
Mm-hmm.
mountains.
Yeah. I thought we'd have to get valet parking like we had. Like there's a kid just waiting there, and I'm like, all right, give the kid a high five.
No, there doesn't appear to be anyone here.
All right, yeah, we found parking.
Let's hitch the horses up and we'll head inside, I guess.
All right.
As you make your way back inside, you are met with this short, stout halfling character. He's got this sort of feathered bob of a hair. He's got these large mutton chops that almost cover up his pointy ears. These bright and welcoming green eyes to match his green suit, along with these like sort of like red dress pants. He's very colorful. And you see this big blue book under one arm and a quill just sort of hovering in his hand.
Joust hears in his head, I hate him already.
As Joust thinks for a moment, he says, "Muerte, is that you?" I'm thinking like, you can talk. Oh, that is just you, Trana. I
What?
can also be inside your mind.
Ah, hello. I am Conran Deepgrove. Welcome to the Four Seasons.
You
Oh.
honor me, Conran Deep Grove, as he does like a deep bow.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, inheritor and proprietor of the Four Seasons. Please, come in. How long will you be staying? Is there a particular theme you would like to stick to in your stay here?
I look to Joust. Personally, I'm fond of winter, but
Do you have a autumn-winter combination? Perhaps one on the corner of each.
Well, usually it's stuck around to one season per tower, but for such esteemed guest, I can try to make the accommodations necessary.
If anything, winter will do, my good man.
winter, and if it's got balcony overlooking the autumn tower, that would be most appreciated.
Ah, then you'll be wanting the winter penthouse.
That sounds just right up our alley,
It's
Captain.
a beautiful view of the great Odium.
Ah,
Scenic overviews. I do love that.
indeed.
Now, how many of you are already staying with us tonight?
1, 2, 5.
5, and you
And
see like
you see Jaws count. He goes to count them. He's just like, no, just 4.
4. 5. Yes. So although our servant here doesn't need a bed.
Of
As
course,
I nod
I am
to
just
Joust.
I am just the carriage driver.
he just bows his head, just like, very well. As he waves his hand, the quill sort of just like zooms over to the book and just starts writing down the information. Now, for the matter of the expenses, will you be trading with gold or a similar equivalent of barter?
Let's see. I believe. Let's see. What would the go-in exchange rate be on barter, my friend? Perhaps a magical. I'm thinking a small magical trinket for at least 2 days.
Well, I suppose it depends on what the trinket is and what it does.
Perhaps something of great change, as I kind of like set like a bag on there. And I'll be the little bag of beans that like, yes, magical things indeed.
May I?
As I curtsy, I'm like, of course. After all, I am just a humble servant to my loyal captain here.
As the book and the quill fall down, you see the bag of beans just sort of like float up and nestle into his hand. As he just begins to open it up. Ah, interesting. Is this what you are willing to trade for the room?
Yes, for no more than
E-
3 days' time.
If you need more,
As I'm like,
I-
start low, start low, start low.
if you need more
There we go.
later for more days and for more accommodations, of course we would be willing to barter more.
Of course, of course.
Yes.
I believe this will serve us well enough. As he just sort of the beans slide underneath the desk. And
of course,
I just
if
simply
one-
need a name for the room so we can address you if the need be.
Put it under. Hold on. Now I gotta think of a fucking name.
Or you could not lie.
His joust turns as he just like,
I joke.
put it
I
under.
joke.
Yeah, I know.
yeah. Or in a Fey world, I don't know, use your real name.
Put it under Miss Alabaster.
Miss Alabaster, very well. As you see the quill start scribbling down once more. It all just boom, closes shut. And
Thank you.
so he hands you this metal key emblazoned with like this blue slate across it. It's cold to the touch as it rests in the palm of your hand. Enjoy your stay at the Four Seasons. If there's any accommodations you'll need, we offer room service as well as entertainment on the daily basis.
Very
Of
much
course.
appreciated.
Of
I will let
course.
you know.
Very
Of
well.
course. By your leave, your captainship.
Thank you.
As a curtsy and pretend to be a servant, I'll open doors and whatnot for you.
As I head outside, not paying it any mind and just pretending that Joust is a servant.
That's exactly, and I play it to a T because it's exactly what I was created for. Yeah, bye.
Yep, you will follow up the spirals, and the pathways are easily labeled to guide you to the winter suite. And much to his credit, as you unlock the room, you see this wide open space. It's adorned with many cool blues and snow white colors, but it's sort of adorned with this emblazoned fade of oranges and autumn leaves. Almost like illusory, like you can see the autumn leaves almost trickling, floating down, only to vanish when they reach your eye level. It is very chill, cool room. This large double door, this French door opening up to a wide open balcony that gives you the perfect view of the amphitheater.
Say one thing you will about Alavast. This place has presentation. Well, good night. As he like walks back down, tries like go back to the cart.
Just make sure the others find their way up here. Please.
You got it, master. As he like closes the door behind them. I will be sure to inform them. But you enjoy and have your stay. Please do call if you need anything. As he like closes and starts walking towards where he's like, now I just need to know where the portal is, and just starts randomly walking away. I don't know where it is. I'll just start walking.
Rana's gonna take a nice warm bath while she has some alone time.
Fair
Is
enough.
it, I'm totally thinking it's like this winter, beautiful, like nice spot inside. Oh, it's got to be a wonderful like log cabin feel in there. Oh,
You ever seen those ice hotels?
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
so
god,
Ice Hotel
yes!
with that panoramic like autumn's like outside area. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Mhm.
Like,
That's
Oh.
sick.
Your
Oh,
bath
yeah, you're right.
Your bath is essentially a crystal bowl.
oh, and it's a nice warm one. Oh my god, that's
Hell
so
yeah.
nice.
This place accommodates.
At least it's one thing. It's paradise, baby, paradise.
So,
Mhm.
for a pain coffee,
I hope.
Mhm.
you are brought to this winding path that leads into this small cobbled island. See the waterfall, see the large autumn tree, see this vast stone wall. Roots are sort of like dug into the tree. Each of them carries this medium-sized, actually just magical portal with it. See the vine guard at the ready. Tourists discussing their next moves. Humans, halflings, very well dressed and huddled in their own little social circles. See Eladrin that are almost acting as ambassadors or like door guests to greet people at the portals. Like if you ever been to like a theme park and you have like those actors that walk about the theme park streets,
Yeah.
like the stormtroopers in the Jedi's world in Disney.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they represent here. A glimpse of what you're walking in. Sort of, they're handing out sort of like scrolls, acting as travel guides. You can hear the Eladrins boasting and gallivanting about the locales, the flora, the fauna that you'll find in the Feywild. Saying that 5 times.
So, how do we want to go about this?
See. Just from the outer appearance, can we tell where this is going to drop us off in the Fae?
These are very particularly created to find yourselves in the respective courts that rule the lands. The waterfall leads to the spring court. The stone wall of roots leads to the summer court. The red and orange tree leads to the autumn court, etc., etc. They kind of like to drop you down into the most civilized regions of the Feywild. Not scare tourists into not coming. You know, they don't want to just drop you down in any random place.
Well,
Well, the upside is we can pretty much go to any of the four industrialized areas of the Fae.
I'm hearing a butt coming along after that.
Sorry, I'm not.
You'll recall my, let's say, less than enthusiastic desire to go back to the Autumn Court?
We may have to.
To be fair, we don't even know exactly where we need to be going. All we know is where the people were dropped off. We don't know where they are once we get into the Fae.
Maybe if we did get over to the Autumn Court, maybe we can get some answers while we're there on what happened.
we're not going into the Fae specifically, are we? I thought we were heading to the main city.
Well, the Feywild would basically be like, the way, kind of, shortcut to Alaiis. Isn't that right? Or am I misunderstanding?
Alaiis is Alaiis. We keep going south. We'll get to where we need to go.
Oh, you wanted to stop and check in on your end of things. In the Autumn Court, right?
I don't want to check in on anything.
Because I see no reason to go to any of the courts at the moment. Unless, of course, you wanted to ask where your things were. I don't remember. But yeah, no, Alaiis is just south from here, isn't it?
Yeah, we just keep going south. Alaiis is the region.
And the
then
city.
Alaiis, the city, is at the very south of it.
Yes, of course. It's not
And
confusing
Alaiis,
at all.
the city is where the book was talking about dropping off my wife, no?
Correct.
Yes.
Well, as well as my sister, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's just an
Like,
idea, but maybe there might be some answers that maybe the people in the Autumn Court might be able to give about what happened with your sister, especially if she was offered as tribute.
In tribute for the Autumn Court. I don't know necessarily if they know what happened to her or if she's even there. I don't know. All I know is it's going to be very problematic if I go back.
But would it be faster to go south, or would it be faster to go through the Feywild and then just hop on over to Alaiis?
It's not as if the Feywild is, truncated. It's the same distance. You're basically just talking about skipping over to a different plane. And I guarantee you, walking through the Feywild in order to get all the way to Alaiis, that's going to be a far more dangerous trip than the overworld.
But would it be faster? Would it be quicker to get there?
It wouldn't be faster, and it would be more dangerous. We're not doing it.
But the experience you would get under there as you are interrupted by this bright yellow cloaked summer Eladrin, just like handing over scrolls of pamphlets to you all.
Do you mind? We were in the middle of a conversation here.
Oh, I know. And you all seem to
So
just
I
be standing
interrupt-
around with no plan. I'm more of a man of direction, of pushing, and I would definitely interest you in returning yourselves to the summer court.
He's trying to sell us on his freaking hometown.
Oh no, timeshare opportunity in the summer court. Oh no, get out of it.
Honestly, if they're as upfront as you, I'm not sure if I'm quite interested.
Ah, but you are one filled of determination, yes? Of passion? You clearly
He
have a
gives him a
destination
deadpan
and you
look.
have a goal.
He gives him a very deadpan look.
I can see the hesitation.
Pulls the collar and talk about a hard sell. Whoa.
Don't worry about Sunshine. That's how he always looks.
Mm-hmm. You're very fun.
Ah, and what a wonderful retreat it would be for a couple such as yourselves.
Excuse me?
Eh.
Funny.
Oh, you're funny.
He's good. It's amusing. I don't see it working on you two specifically, but it's good.
Just
I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
perhaps it's too much of me to make such a presumption of you two.
Let's put it that way, yes.
I'm still very confused.
D-
He sort of
don't
particularly
do that,
eyes you
Tor.
up and down, Tor. He's like, yes, let's.
Oh shit. What?
Just hands
So,
his pamphlets and walks away.
Like every guy trying to sell you something in New York. What a dick. Get out of here, man.
at the very least, gathering some information might be worthwhile.
Look, I don't like how close I am already. We should
can-
not have come here. There's no point.
Let's get out of here then. Simple as. Wander ourselves back around to that big old coliseum. I bet there's lots of random folk we can talk to around there. If we're going to be asking innocuous questions about the comings and goings of Alaiis, we can just ask, hey, I haven't been back to Alaiis in a long time. This will be you talking, Chora, of course. Has anything interesting changed? Any interesting happenstance since, say, the past 3 months since you've been gone? In quotation marks. We're already walking. Laffy's leading these guys away.
Oh,
Away from
but
the rest of the prying ears of the folks that like to listen around here.
Yeah.
also for sure, Joust did not go to look for him. He immediately went towards the Bard College. He completely got to like. He's like, you know what? I want to go where the Bard College is, and just started
We'll
walking.
get to you. We'll get to you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Joust depends which one.
I just started walking to where I saw people were going that said this was a Bard College.
That's every corner of the city.
I start walking. I'll start walking the direction I thought.
roll me a
the dragon
D4.
would go. Cool. Random direction. I love it. Come on, 4, baby. Let's see it. Hey, 4.
All right, we will put a pin on that.
Yep. Because I was not looking for them. I got distracted because Drana did
Yep.
not tell me to go tell them.
Yep.
So, the amphitheater here is known as the Sublime Odium. An extravagant 3-tiered amphitheater used as the main hub for bards and entertainers alike. Where in other places this may seem like 3 stages built for plays, it is also a place for business as well. For in the cities, in the country of Alaiis, art and entertainment are as valuable a commodity as gold itself. Folks from across the city and tourists all across the world would gather here in the trade of arts, screenplays, scripts, melodies, and performances. In the center of it all appears to be this extravagantly dressed elven man. His cloak is lined with fur and dotted with amethyst gems.
Oh, wow. That's a fabulous looking man.
Whoa.
Wow, that guy is fancy.
I feel threatened.
He's T-posing. Get out of there.
Adorned in like these bright velvet reds and pure ivory white. There doesn't appear to be a single speck of dirt on this clean dressed man. As he's sort of like waving off what appears to be some stagehands getting ready to sell their play on stage 3. Very well, move this way. Come to enjoy a show, no?
This is all you two. Have fun.
What?
Oh, please, don't be shy. This is a nice, blooming city, is it not?
Yep.
Blooming to say the least. So, what kind of show are we setting up here?
They are trying to sell their product to a different stage play. If they are successful here, they will sell the play off to their buyer, and they shall perform it across the world. Such is the sort of trade we do here. Of course, you can do the old-fashioned gold trading, but where's the fun in that? Might I consider you fun? As he sort of like brings a finger under his chin and just leans in a bit.
Oh, I would like to think I'm fun.
Then what have you come here for?
Bane is trying very hard to not blush right now.
Stupid, sexy Eladrin.
Shush! Shush!
To be honest, it has been quite a while since I was in town. I thought I would just come check up, see how things are doing, closer to the home front.
Ah, so information is what you seek. Well, I can certainly provide such, provided you are willing to barter in return. You're as entertaining as you claim to be. Perhaps you have something worthwhile for information.
I mean, I feel entertaining in my own way, but I'm not sure I'm an actual performer as such.
A little greenhorn on my stage. Very well, step up. Show me what you can do. Come on now.
You might as well.
Oh no, now I'm picturing Tor in like a 3rd grade play, just being like...
All right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for one moment, for a mere split second of your attention, a performance by... I'm sorry, what was your name?
Tora.
Tora! Alright, I've warmed it up for you. Show them what you've got.
Yeah!
As he is screamed out to this amphitheater, you see some folks who have just been sitting and waiting this whole time to start to, like, gather at attention.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second to double check something.
As you take the stage, Patre sort of takes a step back.
Patre?
Patre.
I thought it was P-A-D-R-E, Patre. Like, Patre. Gotcha.
I tried to be as French about it as I could.
It's gonna be a lot of French names, I feel like, going on in a second. Yeah.
Okay, so Tora's gonna pull one of his cards. I'm waving it in the air in front of me in order to cast Major Image. I'm going to make Slambo appear.
You're going to make Slambo appear. All right. Out for you.
If I know my French, isn't Patre like a herdsman?
French for shepherd.
That it's been I'm my family's French, so I'm just like, God, it's been a while.
As you wave the card through the air, the green armor adorns itself on the stage in front of you. What would you like to do?
Tora is going to draw his dagger. Something I think he's never done.
Dusty.
I'm gonna use my free hand to do like the finger wave, like the bring it.
You're gonna knife
Over
fight
it.
the Slambo.
I'm gonna play active fight with Slambo.
Oh my god.
A dagger versus big old axe.
Give me a performance check with your spell casting modifier.
Hey, pretty good.
Or put it this way, if you want to outperform Slambo, you just do the performance. If you want Slambo to outperform you, you use the spell casting modifier.
Do I want to be outperformed by my
By
own
your own
illusion?
illusion. That's like having a
Either
dream
way,
where
it
you're
shows
robbed.
what you can do.
True.
Okay, so if I want Slambo to have the edge, it's performance plus spellcasting.
Yes.
Mhm.
On in Slambo, and welcome to the Jambo.
Oh my god!
27.
Hey yo.
So Tora, please describe how this plays out.
Oh, it is a fanciful duel where Slambo is going in for his punches, his grapples. Tora is nimbly dodging and weaving around his arms, and it looks like he's getting in his cuts here and there. But it is not slowing the Slambo down, as one would not expect it to. And eventually Slambo gets in that one good shot that Tora cannot weave his way out of, and it's gonna put Tora down on the ground, looking up at the Slambo. And
In a nimble performance of dexterity versus strength, you finally weave your way through Slambo's attacks, but he gets that one good clothesline off you as he puts you ass over tea kettle on the floor. In that Michael Bay-esque sort of acting function.
the Slambo is going to approach for a finishing blow. As he does, I am going to draw another card right here, toward the back of the stage. I'm going to pull a card from the deck of illusion and throw it right there.
Ooh. Surprise you that I almost forgot about that. Second. Right. On a random card. Ooh. Right. As the card sort of slides across the ground, a new image appears from it. This large, menacing bugbear. Almost like dressed in this, like, wrestling spandex. Sort of like puffs out its chest and just goes, woo!
All right, Slambo will turn his attention, and Tora will make his way back to his feet.
All right.
The two will side glance at each other really quick, then back to the bugbear, and they will simultaneously charge it and deliver their hits, deliver their attacks at the same time.
All right, make me one more performance check with that spellcaster.
Oh,
No!
Amazing.
No!
Oh no!
In this epic feat of banding together, it almost seems as though the major image of Slambo purposely trips you over. You're so entranced in the scene and the thought that you almost believe that you got tripped. And Murphy's Law makes it so as Slambo does the clothesline himself, the illusion dissipates and you just fall face first on the stage.
Like a record scratch. Wah, wah.
Padre just sort of gives the golf clap as he raises his hands over his head. It's like, bravissima! Bravissima! A tale of the toll that have fallen! Give it up for Tora! It's just like this
Yeah!
Toss
rousing like
myself off and-
applause just sort of hits the amphitheater.
There's one guy
Yeah, I'm
who's
go-
way
I'm-
too into it.
Good.
In my defense, the real thing probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Gotta stay true to character.
That was
The ending needs work, but
Yes, I must say you were right ahead of yourself when it came to your own footing, but all around, it went from an epic to a comedy, and for that, I would say that is worth a few words in my favor. Very well done.
well, as long as I've entertained.
Is it you wanted to know?
Well, we are on our way to Alaiis. We're not exactly sure how the temper is there these days. As I said, it's been quite a while.
Well, that is quite the thing about Alaiis. It has always been harbored as a place of paradise. Extravagant beauties of beautiful walls of stone. The streets, so very well decorated. People smile with bright smiles on their faces. Not a care in the world. All you see is joy. To a disturbing degree. If anyone has their ear to the ground, they know the news across the world is not so bright. But in Alaiis, it always seems like that trouble never reaches their doors. Whether it's through peaceful ignorance or gentle persuasion.
Well, that is rather ominous.
Indeed, we have had many entertainers who have caught the eye of the queen there, who have invited them to her grand palace to entertain the masses, only don't ever come back. Granted, we do check up on them, and they seem to be happy and peaceful as ever, yet I cannot put my finger on it. Seems too good.
I was once told something about things that seemed too good to be true.
A wise person would believe that in Alaiis.
What about the courts? How are things there?
The autumn courts, the winter courts, the summer courts. It is all the same perpetual cycle they've always been through. Vying for attention and power. I do believe in the next coming elections, the autumn court is set to gain their power.
Oh, what delightful news.
Well, it is all cyclical. It was the summer court last year. It will be the autumn's court turn this year to show the masses and Queen Alaiis that they are still loyal to their alliance and their agreements. If the autumn court is anything to go by, it will be more exquisite buffets and extravagant decadence.
Well, you know what they say about being too good to be true.
Although I have heard Amir Varelius has been quite in a tizzy as of late.
Really?
Yes, he's made desperate attempts to bring his daughter back. Though nobody knows where she is. It was going to be Demille who christened her, shall we say, Christendom during this year's rule in the autumn court. Does that make sense?
I believe it does, yes.
He's been sending as many forces out into the country of Alaiis as he could to find their daughter. Actually, has offered a very rich reward for anyone who does find her.
No, I would imagine so.
Essentially a lifetime citizenship in the Autumn Court. Which, for anybody outside of the Autumn Court, would be considered quite a blessing. To live in such extravagance all year round. It'd be like getting the lottery.
Yes, I suppose it would be like that. Well, you've been quite helpful.
I try to be. bartering in plays, performances, on the information. This is all what this odium is built for. He gives you this sly grin.
Also, just to put it out there, there's not many who can make me feel underdressed. You pull it off well.
Well, I very much strive to wear the best of the best when I want to make a good impression on folks.
And an impression you make.
You as well, Sanguine Band.
Excuse me?
And that's where we're gonna leave this episode.
We didn't tell you who we were! What the fuck? Who are you?
Oh,
It's the total like awesome person.
It's the freaking fortune teller all over again.
Get out of my house.
looks like we'll have to find out where this came from next time. Till then, guys, we should be good for scheduled conflicts next week, but right after that is going to be MegaCon. I'm very excited for that. Till then, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, keep it sweet, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.